If you are tired of trying to make relationships work, listen closely, because staying single might actually be your greatest move, and the psychology behind it is completely misunderstood. Society tells you that you are incomplete on your own, but what if that is exactly what keeps you stuck? Pay attention to this. When you stay single on purpose, you stop chasing validation. You finally see your own worth clearly. And that changes everything. Here is the first truth no one tells you. Freedom builds unbreakable confidence. You stop asking for permission to live your life. Your mind stops worrying about what she thinks. Think about it. Remember how often you changed your plans to fit someone else? That drains your energy every single day. But here is the reality. When you protect your own time, you build real self-respect. And self-respect attracts better things. Watch what happens to men who stop rushing into dating. They become sharper, calmer, more focused, because they finally chose themselves. Let's go deeper. Second, staying single kills toxic dependency. You learn to handle your own emotions. You do not need another person to fix your mood. This is where it gets interesting. Most men use relationships as a distraction. They fill silence to avoid facing their own thoughts. But silence is where you grow. Imagine sitting alone on a Saturday night without panic. No scrolling through texts, just peace. That is emotional strength, and it is rare today. But wait, listen carefully. Financial clarity comes next. When you are single, your money goes to your future, not into expensive dates or last-minute favors. Think about the cost of trying to impress the wrong person. It adds up faster than you realize. Here is the truth. Every dollar you save now is a tool later. Use it to build skills, build health, build assets. Look at men who focus on their craft first. They attract opportunities naturally, because success speaks louder than words. Let's talk about point 3. Mental space clears up dramatically. You stop playing detective in someone else's life. You stop guessing what their messages mean. This is where it gets real. Relationship anxiety steals your sleep. You lay awake wondering what you did wrong. But alone time heals that cycle. Think about waking up with zero tension. Your mind finally has room to breathe, and creativity flows again. You solve problems faster. You see clearly. Pay attention to this shift. Fourth, your boundaries actually become real. In relationships, we often bend too far. We say yes when we want to say no. But here is the hard part. When you are single, you practice saying no daily. You protect your energy without guilt. Think about how many times you apologized for existing. That stops now. You set the standard for how others treat you. People notice when you stop settling. Respect follows boundaries. Always. Let's move to point 5. You finally understand your own patterns. You stop repeating the same mistakes. You realize why you attract certain people. This is where it gets interesting. Without a partner, you face your own reflection. It is uncomfortable at first, but it breaks old cycles forever. Think about the last time you blamed the relationship. Now take that same lesson and look inward. The answer is always inside. And when you find it, you level up. Sixth, your physical health improves fast. You eat better, you train harder, you sleep deeper. You stop compromising your routine for anyone. Pay attention here. Stress destroys the male body over time. Drama raises your cortisol. It ages you. But peace keeps you young. Imagine hitting the gym without texting back. Just you, your goal, and your sweat. Your body thanks you, and your confidence shows it. Let's wrap this up with one final truth. Choosing single life is not about giving up. It is about leveling up. You are building a foundation no one can break. This is where it all connects. When you are full on your own, you stop needing anyone to complete you. You attract partners who match your energy, not out of loneliness, but out of choice. Think about the freedom in that. You walk into any room with quiet power. No desperation, no masks, just a man who chose himself first. And that changes how the world sees you. So take a deep breath. Stop fighting the pause. Use this time to rebuild, because the best version of you is waiting. You do not need to rush. Stay focused. Stay sharp. If this message hit home, hit subscribe. Drop a single word below if you are ready. Your future self will thank you for this choice. Trust the process. Keep moving